Well, good morning. We are up and at it, and I guess probably the best thing you're going to get today is maybe a cutting down a Christmas tree. But we're going to have to just do a recap. Part of the house over there looks a little bit duller, a little behind. I think we ran out of power over there, but lights turned out pretty well. So I'm heading over here now. Truck and trailer are in the shop, and well, that was because when I went on my trip to get totes. I think I went on I went on Sunday. So almost a week ago. Ran down to get totes. We needed another load so we could get some extra molasses coming up to the holiday season here. I noticed I didn't have the best brakes, so we put them in the shop, and Dad actually has been working on that. I've been making bags. I've been washing out totes. I've been loading totes and kind of helping out where I can. So there hasn't been a whole ton of extra footage. I was trying to build the rink out on the lawn for the kids, but I mean, it's -7 now, but it gets to like +3 during the day, and it's very difficult to freeze water at +3 Celsius. So we've got a couple things on the go here. I did check that the truck pretty much needs an oil change. Got about 10% left. Also, one thing that happened to this Super Duty, I think probably lots of them, is where the lettering is here, it cracks. So I bought some of this paint, and it says it matches right up to Ford colors. And this is actually another cool reason to get the base white, not the pearl white. I just I gave her some, and all of a sudden you can't even tell. So that's kind of a win. And I just wanted to double check that it takes 5W30. Well, you can't see, but that's what it takes. So I will swing by the old Canadian Tire today and pick up some of that, grab another filter. We do have a spare filter over there, but one sec. So it's one thing we've been trying to do in these crazy times, is to be able to ensure that we have what we need, at least an extra one. So in regards to that filter, we do have one up on the shelf. I'm going to get another one anyways, because who knows what we're going to run out of next, and we don't want to be in a position if we can help it. So the other things that was interesting to me on my trip, this fifth wheel hitch was never bolted down there and there, or there and there. So when I stopped at a stoplight in Whitecourt, this part here actually came unhitched, if you will. Not there, thank God, because that would have been a nightmare. But here, so it caused the fifth wheel to slide all the way forward when I stopped, and then I tried to go as slow as possible, and I knew I had an issue, so I tried to get off the road. But as soon as I went forward, it slid all the way back. So it was crazy. Anyways, that's now bolted down a lot better. And finally, Dad's been at these plates, changing these all out. So I guess these are called a loaded backing plate. They could be called something else too. I don't know, but they all look totally thundered. So we got 4 new ones, and Dad's been he's been working away at it, getting them all put back on there. That light don't work, I guess. Good enough. So it'll be exciting to have brakes again, and good functioning brakes. It was also good to check the wheel bearings and stuff, because this trailer is the trailer that Dad had bought at the auction sale this summer, and it's actually been very handy for us because it has that big winch, and it also hydraulically, it tilts up and it lowers down to become a car hauler. So that's why this is a canvas here, or whatever you want to call it, because it actually shoots backwards and drops down right to the deck, drops right down to there. So it becomes a low car hauler. So that's been the week. We've been just plugging away, repairing and making feed, loading out molasses. I got another load ordered for Monday, and we'll see how all that goes. But for now, we're gonna run off to the well, I gotta go to the city, and then we gotta go south of the city because Emmy's got a hockey game. So we'll catch you all later. Well, good morning. Might even be afternoon now. I'm not too sure. We were kind of, oh, it's still morning. We were hanging out in the house for a little bit. We were out Christmas tree shopping yesterday, so we found ourselves a nice tree on the property here. Did some trimming to make it fit. It's actually quite tall, but because the ceilings are so tall in the house, if you don't put a tall tree in there, it kind of looks goofy. So that was that. I'm really impressed about my white paint on here. Filled in them cracks. Of course, I might need to get some. I'm not going to do anything, but if you wanted to be fancy, you could probably sand it down with some really fine sandpaper. It's been crazy around here for sure. But we are getting caught up. The bag orders slowed down a little bit, which was really, really nice. Corey's taking the backhoe over to the feed shed. We're going to split a bunch of wood today. I got molasses coming tomorrow, so I got to set up some totes so we can get that done. I'm going to try to get a couple loads back to back, so we have lots going into the holiday season, because the truckers won't run. Excuse me, they won't run over the holidays. I don't blame them. Dad was working on the trailer. He did get that all done, all the brakes put on there. The last thing though, we tried to do the whole up-down situation with the trailer. And well, it was a failure because the trailer is supposed to tilt up, and then it's actually supposed to drop down with these hydraulics here. And they've all failed. So we checked some fuses. There was a bad fuse. There was a couple broken wires. So he's got quite a few of the bolts out. There's a cap that comes right off there so we can get to it. So I want to get that done, get it hooked back up, and make a trip around the yard with it to make sure the brakes are set up and everything. But it is Sunday, and for that reason, I'm probably going to just hang out with the kidlets here, split some wood. And hi, monkey. Take it a little easier today. Well, good afternoon. It's a little after 3 now. We've been cutting wood for a good part of the day, trying to selectively log in here amongst the trees around the house. There's some standing dead spruce and things like that that are need to be cut down. And I like to burn that more seasonal wood, maybe, if you will, right around Christmas. So we got all this split poplar in here, but poplar's junk, just makes ash, so it's not the best. But as you saw, the kids were helping their mother split a bunch of wood. I was bucking some up. We got a bunch in here that we're gonna save for a few days either side of Christmas, and the rest of this stuff will just burn as needed. But I did promise the kids that I wasn't going to work all day, and we ended up out here loading up some bags, and then horsing around. Although we don't really consider the, selectively logging around the yard, we really don't consider that work. I had talked about that in another video where people are going to look at you and be like, well, you worked all Sunday anyways. But we really didn't, right? We were cleaning up our yard, and to us that's kind of fun. So the kids were a big help all day. Now they do want to go play Lego, and Buddy also wants to start the first fire of the year. It's kind of insane to talk about firing up your wood stove when it's +3 outside, but you know what? That's what he wants to do. We put a wood stove in the house. We had the chimney guys out to clean it and inspect it already after the first year, which was last year. So we know it's all good to go, and why not? There won't be anything better than hanging out downstairs with the kids playing some Lego in front of a nice wood burning fire. So as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you all on the next one.